I'm rolling with FD.
I am rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD, baby.
We are rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD.
We got alphas and bros in the house.
That's right.
Peace out, my brother.
Woo! I'm rolling with the F to the D.
Learn something new every day when you're rolling with FD.
We are rolling with FD, baby.
I roll with one person, and that's FD.
I'm rolling with FD, baby.
You gotta love it, man. Hey, Renee, who you rolling with?
Rolling with FD.
Hey, Matt.
Rolling with FD. You don't have to ask. I'm rolling with FD.
My man, C. Bless. Who you rolling with?
I'm rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD.
That's how you just rolling, right? That's the whole thing, right? You roll with it.
I'm rolling with FD.
Manny and Jeremy, who you rolling with?
We're rolling with FD. We don't want to get our asses kicked.
My man, Dan, Duck Hard, man. I appreciate you, dog. You gotta let the people know who you rolling with.
Well, obviously I'm rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD, baby.
Chasing Cardboard is rolling with FD.
Rolling with FD.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's September 26th. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're having a good Thursday. I wanted to have this individual on for quite a while now, for him to tell a story, tell us more, everyone more about him. And we're going to have on right now Will Wade, Canvas Marketing.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
Dude, can't call it. Been chilling, going through a little bit of something, and working on the business. I've been ducked off. And, I've been laid back. My office is a mess right now, man. I got a play on the way.
Well, it's good to have a messy work area when you've been chopping a tree down or stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Because that means you finna organize and stack something.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I'm on right now. So exciting times with Canvas, and we're trying to get in shape to be acquired and grow into something big, man. That's the whole goal.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Well, I want to start our conversation so that people can start to understand. If they don't know you already, pretty sure if they know you, they know you. But if they don't know you already, they'll start understanding your story. Walk people through kind of where you're from. Where did you grow up at? You as a kid.
Oof! Wow. As a youngster, I grew up in Southwest Virginia, good old Radford, Virginia, and my nanny Marin raised me, and I grew up with around there. The whole village raised you. You get in trouble with one person, like you was in trouble with everybody, And I grew up in that tight knit family in Southwest Virginia, and it just so happened that one of my little cousins, my favorite little cousin, was Steph Curry, and from day one we were like that, and it evolved into something, and I keep saying I'm all nervous. My bad.
Oh, you're fine, man. You're fine. What? Just think about we're sitting in the living room on the porch somewhere, just talking.
Yeah. So, childhood was pretty cool. Steph lived in Charlotte. We lived in Virginia, so it was very close proximity. And Steph's mom was up there. She lived. I think she lived with my nanny a little bit, hung out there, and drove my grandma's cars and stuff. It was really tight. This was relationships that were built before I was even born. You know what I mean? And so it just so happened that we were tight because of that. And so in the summertime, when they would do fun things, they would invite our family to go do the fun things with them, man. And, it evolved. We got tight over that. And as I got a little older, living with my grandma, you become just a man that doesn't listen and thinks shit, but really you don't know nothing. That's how it was. And my grandma couldn't really handle me, and I would just get in trouble from time to time. And the Currys came and saved my ass, bro. let me go live with them because Stephen and Seth were around my age and would all be going to high school together. And that's what we did. You know, we went to high school together every summer. We balled at the Y. And I mean, you know, we're like 7th, 8th grade going to the Y every day. And I think you had to be like 16 or 17 to sign up, you know. Yep. So we would be fighting to get on that sign up list and play with these grown ass dudes and get fouled real hard and picked on. And we just fought through all that until we were the dogs in there. And, you know, we were winning in the gym. And I remember one summer and fighting for rides, you know, trying to like get upperclassmen to take us like I was going to public school at this time, Providence High. Shout out to Aisha. She went there too. And so I had more access to buddies with rides and stuff. So I remember like D-Mish, my homie D-Mish would come by and pick us up. And the other homie, Sean, called him Stretch. He had a car too, you know. So we'd have them swing by and pick us up on the way to Y. And we would have our 5. Like we would position it so our 5 was there, and bro, we didn't lose that whole summer. At the Siskey Y, like that, the first lob threat Steph ever had was Stretch. You know, coming down the center, and D-Mish was like the point guard, and Steph was playing like a true shooting guard position, and it was fun. And Seth was just out there like being how Seth is, this cold assassin. And, you know, he's like a little kid, he's years younger than us. So we weren't supposed to be out there. He really wasn't supposed to be out there. You know what I mean? And he would hit him with a 3 or something and give him the big nostril, and they'd be ready to take his head off. You know, it would get scrappy in the gym. And, you know, our tight friendship, family, all that like that grew through being in the gym, playing ball together. You know?
And I know playing against, whenever you're younger, you want to play against older people to kind of see what your game is.
Yeah.
What you can do. I can remember coming through, and my brother was 5 years older than me and trying to play against every one of his friends that came over just to see what you could do.
Yeah. And if you want to make it, that's the things you got to do. And that's what I got to witness. I got to witness greatness amongst being a mediocre ass kid, you know. And now today I would say I'm becoming a great man. But if you start becoming a great man at a young age like he did, like really standing on business and integrity, and even just small things like cheating. I remember like when Sonya got me, probably the first illiterate person that Steph knew was me. I think I was like 15, 16 years old when they had made the decision to take me on full time. And I wanted to go to Charlotte Christian. They wanted me to just want to go to Charlotte Christian. Charlotte Christian was a private school. I remember Sonya carried me up there to take like this CLEP test. And I like studied my ass off beforehand. Like, okay, hopefully I can score good enough to get into Charlotte Christian. They're like, this is kind of alarming, you know, like we got something to show you. They showed Sonya the results, and I was on like a 3rd grade reading level and couldn't do no math. They're like, it's even worse with math. We don't know if we can let them in. And Sonya was a great educator herself.
Yeah. That's her background. Yep.
Yeah. So she was like, look, I know y'all don't normally do this, but, you know, gave him the Sonya spiel and said, you know, I could take it. She's like, I can get him there. Just give him a chance. And, you know, before she said this, she was on my butt. Like, Will, you tell me you want to do this and you make me look like a fool, you know, and Sonya wasn't nothing to play with. You know, not like she beat you or nothing, but just like someone you don't want to disappoint, you know. So I was like, dang, man, like I'm gonna really try this. And you know, they gave me a chance. They created classes for me, just crazy stuff that would never happen anywhere else but Charlotte Christian. Shout out to Charlotte Christian and Francis Davis, this one teacher. I remember the first day she brought me in, she taught me the definition of being illiterate and illiterate.
Yeah.
And she was like, don't you sound like you might be a little more illiterate, like you don't want to do this?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, maybe you're right. So let's try. Like they're going to line it up for me. And that was the first time in my childhood that I had discipline.
Mm-hmm.
I and my grandma's, I kind of do what I want, stay outside all day. I think I like 12. I'm staying at friends' houses the whole weekend, and we're drinking beer. You know what I mean? Being grown, sneaking out, and just foolishness, man. And yeah, so
I was like, now that you say this, you talk about not wanting to disappoint. I was in a conversation today with some people at my job, and we were talking about, one guy was talking about spanking and whooping children.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying that my father and mom really didn't do that. If people out there decide to do that, I'm not saying anything against you.
Yeah.
But just the sheer fact of disappointing them,
yeah,
will keep me kind of in line or not do some things or make a decision, because I knew what they were teaching me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to go against that. That kind of kept me on a certain road. When you think back to some of the stuff that you just went through in your childhood and you living with the Currys, what are some principles that you think you learned through that time that you still hold dear today?
Oh, the biggest one was be on time. Dale never got mad at us, never really tripped or nothing. But if we were late, it's like, he'd be on our butt, haircut, shave and all that, like being a black man in the South, he wanted to make sure that like we had the little small things down. Oh, and that's what I was saying. I forgot to tell you the story about the whole cheating thing and the integrity.
Okay.
I had worked so hard for those 2-3 years at Charlotte Christian to try and make the clearinghouse to go to college, and the only thing that was holding me back was Spanish 2. Because I was a Latin 1 scholar, did really well, passed Spanish 1, but I had to pass Spanish 2 and had to make like a C or something. And the final, they gave us a take-home exam. It was final.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was like, oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm going to just give this test to staff, and he's just going to fill it in, and I'm off to college, And he was a freshman at Davidson. He had came home, and he was supposed to go out that night. And I was like, hey, do this real quick before you leave for me. And I told him the importance,
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, wait, I'm not, dude, I can't get that. And the dude didn't do nothing. He sat there with the test, remade a couple variations of the test, and sat there and like worked with me, bro. And the first 20 minutes before that, I wanted to just fight him straight up. It's like, nigga, I was like, you don't love me, like just do this, And a lot of times you want the easy way.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to show me right there, like, bro, no, you can do this. Let's study it. And, he sat me down, kind of gave me some tests, some pre-tests. And then after he felt confident with where I was at, he got up and left. And he was like, all right, man, take it right now. Good luck, And I took it. And after that, I felt really confident,
And that speaks volumes at that time. He's 18, 19 years old.
Oh, yeah. Nah. Well, dude, at Davidson. Well, I remember going to Davidson, and this dude will forget a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? His wallet, his keys. I think he forgot his wallet, and he was like, dang, let me go downstairs to this table and look. Bro, go downstairs to this table at Davidson on campus. And there his wallet is on that table with a whole bunch of other lost and found stuff. So Davidson's like code of conduct before you go in there. You had to know it.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't no stealing or none of that. And just is great to grow up around people like that with that type of integrity, and that's how I'm. Those little stories I'm telling you now, that's how I try and move today because of my past before.
Mm-hmm.
Everything like groggy and fast, you know, and I never was able to stack nothing. I'd get up and flip off, police knocking indictments, and you know, never build nothing off of it as much as I would get, you know. So,
well, you know, a lot of time, all of us go down the road. When you're young, you see short term. When I have conversations with Junior now, or I'm having a conversation with G, a lot of times they'll see the short term, but they don't see the long term.
Yeah.
And then our elders come and surround us with probably how this is going to play out, or give you some ideas of other people that they've known and how they've known to help you see into the future. And we all need some of that.
Yeah. I could see it clearly into the future because my dad was in prison. You know what I mean? I had all these uncles, but low key as a kid, that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a gangster. I love Scarface. You know, I wanted to sell cocaine and cook crack like my mother. And fuck, that's what I did, you know. And I had to learn the hard way and got tied up into addiction through that, you know. Always be like, oh, I won't never be no junkie. I won't do this. Then you become a pill head, then you're like, oh, I won't never shoot no pills up, and then you got holes in your arm, you know, and you take one bad step in that direction, like it can really tumble it.
Yeah, it becomes one thing after another.
Yeah, you know, just little stuff. Like I never understood the smoking weed thing because I was like, you know, weed is harmless, but you know, when you're breaking the rules, it's like the act of breaking the rule can turn into another act of breaking some rules. You know?
Yeah. Yes.
So you know, thank God that you know that's legal and everything today. But you know, I try not to break no rules today. You know.
How'd you first get introduced to the hobby and cars in general? Tell everybody this story.
Well, in the beginning, it started out when I was like 8, 9 years old, and my I don't know how I first acquired some Pokemon cards, but I think I opened a pack or so. You know, you get a holo in every pack, and my grandpa would drive me to Blacksburg, and Miss Kitty at the church would give me like $5. I think it might have even been $10 to be the accolade. You know, to light the candle and I would do a little work. My grandpa was one of the only dudes that had a riding lawnmower. And he trusted me to ride that thing because I rode it my whole life with him, you know. I'd hop on that lawnmower and go cut people's yards. And I got a senior, Henry Reed, that was it. You know, he was a known dude. He would drive us around and get yard cutting jobs at the college, you know, so we're just always hustling, and I would always want to go and get those packs of Pokemon and open them up and save all the holographics, bro. And I was selling Blastoise for like $80, Charizards for like $120 to the Herman Brothers and William Wong. It'd be crazy if they ever saw us, but yeah, and those were kids that didn't hang out with kids like me, you know what I mean? I was a bad kid. They were like good kids, both parents and all that. But I saw that collecting these cards kind of made them like me. And not only that, I would bring some money home to my gramps. He'd be like, shoot, boy, let's go get some more of these cards.
Yeah.
And, you know, and so it really started with Pokemon. And I got reintroduced to it through my guy, Trophy Vault, Blaine Hunt. Who that dude saved my life, straight up. I remember being homeless, living in my Volkswagen Passat, and he gave me a job and let me live in his warehouse at Access Medical. And I remember his accountant and other people were like, Blaine, are you crazy? Get this motherfucker out of here. Like he's shooting dope in the bathroom. And Blaine just had a soft heart for me, and he's like, man, this dude, he's going to get it, you know. He believed in me, and You know, he would let me. He helped me come up, and dude, that's crazy. That was a crazy story. I'm just reminiscing on that in my head a little bit, but yeah, he gave me a chance, and we would go to these games. One of his biggest things, like I told him about Steph and everyone, but me, being how I am, I wasn't just going to go up there. I was waiting on them to like contact me and say, "Hey, we're proud of you. Come up here," and you know. And I think he knew, and I probably knew that wasn't going to happen because the perception of what they were thinking of me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He had saw like I was making strides in recovery and I was doing better, even though I was homeless. You know, as you do good, you fall off. You do good, you fall off.
Yeah.
As I would do good, he would reward me taking me to games.
Okay.
I'd take you to a game, and I would go to the game, and I would just text Steph, like, "Hey, I'm here," and I'd low key be walking out of the place, like mad, like that dude don't care, you know. And he would freaking call from the locker room, be like, "Hey, meet me over here in the F lot or whatever," you know. And I'd meet him, and he would look me up and down, like, you know what I mean, look at my arms and shit, and just be like, "Yeah, he's not there yet," or you know, he's making strides towards it. And there towards the end, I actually got it. And when I started going to those games, I don't know if it was the aura or what, but he could just tell, like, yeah, Will's legit now. You know, he's coming back. And Trophy Vault would every game we would go to, he would bring some cards or some jerseys or something, and I would be like, "Take that crap away." You know what I mean? I was like, don't be asking for those. And I almost saw it as like a bad thing for, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And once I kind of learned about it, I was like, nah, dude, I could do this. Like, I need to get into this. But nobody was just going to like hand me nothing. So I knew I couldn't even afford. I saw Blaine's collection. I was like, damn. You can't get nothing he's got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
09 National Treasures and rookies, just crazy $1,000 cards. Some of them raw and some of them thrift timeless. You know, just crazy stuff. And I was like, damn, I won't be able to get that. So my hustler mentality, I was like, how can I get to that point to where I can get that?
Mm-hmm.
And so I went and I took like Liz, my partner Liz, love my life, dog. She loaned me $10K to get, I think it was like 40, 50 jerseys and maybe like a few cards, 40 cards or something.
Okay.
I took that and just kept flipping it, you know. Just kept flipping it. First time, you know, you get the pack like that, you try to figure out what to do with it. And I remember I went to Ross Cards and Collectibles, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you need to get JSA to look at it." Then my homie Ben talked to him. And he's like, "No, not JSA, PSA. You know, and like you got to figure it out and to try and make yourself." A little more attractive than the next person selling Curry stuff. So, you know, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go with PSA. I'm gonna try that out, even though it's more expensive. You know, the good dope always sells.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's you know, PSA. It's the good dope, and just started rocking that way from the beginning, taking all my stuff, anything I would get signed from Steph, straight to PSA. Straight to PSA cards, jerseys, all that, and that was kind of setting the standard for this company. You know, because PSA is one of those Steph Curry type integrity companies.
That's right.
You know, where they go always try to do the right thing, and you know, big respect to PSA.
I want to ask you about. What was your inspiration? Now, we walked through kind of your childhood upbringing, some things you've done in life, how you got interested in a hobby. Walk us through the creation of canvas marketing? How did it come about? Or how did it enter your mind? What did you want to do?
Man, that's just what I liked, and the cards are cool and all, but the photos never really caught my attention. It would always be the other stuff, like the art stuff. And like Luke the Cardist, I remember seeing that. I was like, dang, this is freaking dope. And piggy banks and just all this card art. I was like, dude, this stuff is fire. Like cards should be like this. And as a matter of fact, like they should be color penciled like this, and or like over here painted. And so that's how I came up with canvas, because my first idea was like, how can we make this hobby last longer? How can we make more people get into it? How can we make our stuff more valuable? And watching the NFT boom and how that went, people got really excited over art and
very true
digital art. It was just a no-brainer to try it out, and I just saw something I liked. Louis West's art was fire. Saw it, I liked it, I bought it. Mickey Argel's art was fire. I saw it, I liked it, I bought it, and try to monetize it and put a play together, and
so you're taking sports art by an artist, an original creation, you're putting that on a card, and some cards have variations of the card, just like cards that may see from Prism or anywhere else. Some cards are numbered, some cards are autographed by the athlete. You're offering all of this.
And fingerprinted. Yeah. and we're working on bigger aspects that I can't even speak on right now, but yeah, this is about to get wicked. We're I've been ducked off for the past couple months. And I've been grinding, and we got some really cool stuff on the way. Hey, let me cut the light on. I feel like it's getting dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, my bad, bro. All right. There we go.
So talk to people now about the thumbprint on the back, authentication of the athlete on the front side of the card, Steph Curry. Talk to them about that. Because everything on your cards has a meaning. Walk them through that.
The thumbprint thing was crazy. That's how I got introduced to piggy banks. Shout out to Zebron James. I was telling Zebron, I was like, dude, what if we put a fingerprint on the back of the card, kind of like they do when you get booked in jail? And he was like, oh my God, there's this dude that already does that. His name's Piggy Banks, and look at the stuff. He already has done some Steph stuff, and I was like, oh shoot, like this is fire, dude. And that's kind of what triggered Zebron to think of Piggy Banks to kind of merge us together.
Mm-hmm.
And that thought came from that. And as I further researched it, find out about how the Japanese sumo wrestlers sign, with the palm print, because I had to do something different. There was all the Steph stuff out there. There was Steph stuff out here that wasn't real, that like I had to make sure that people knew my stuff was real and that my Steph stuff was different. I didn't have no exclusivity or nothing like that. The game was being played like that, and I knew how to play that game because, being out in the wild selling dope, somebody's got cut dope, somebody's got some fire, they're going to the fire spot. And so I just knew, like, never water this down, don't cut it. When it comes to my cards in the canvas, cards with low number on the autos, I'll have Steph sign the crap out of some Panini cards and flood them. But, I'm just learning. Just, those things those ideas derive from just being in the game and trying to differentiate myself from the next guy.
And so now you're sitting, the cards that you have produced can be graded by PSA.
Yeah.
Everybody out there should know that.
Yeah. Check these out. The Woo Wop. Dapple Sapphire. And it's a beauty, man.
Yeah.
It's an artwork in itself, just the card. So yeah, PSA's grading these puppies now. 18 to 30. They're serial numbered.
And if anybody's on eBay, there are canvas marketing cards all over eBay for sale that have come from different events. Come from different releases. There are comps out there on these cards.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. We've worked really hard to create value to these pieces of cardboard by working with legitimate printers. You know, we got prototypes that we've made in-house or had other people make in-house, but you know, we have a handy dandy trusted printer who is just amazing, and you know, we come up with our art and we have them printed and checklist, whole nine, you know.
Also, you know, let's talk through real quick. If I'm an artist out there and I come across this interview, and let's say I want to submit some art to Canvas, I feel like I have a great piece of content that I want to submit. How would somebody go about doing that?
You would email your art to founder@canvasmktg.com. I'll stash it, put it in the folder, and when I go see Steph, I'll show it to him, and he's just yay or nay. And if you get selected, there's some good perks that come out of it, and you know, we'll see the contract and see if we can get you on board or not.
Very cool. I want all my people out there to know that. All my creative folks.
Yeah.
Good avenue to have your work shown. Walk everyone through real quick. I know Steph has signed stuff and been a part of the company. How did that first come about? Like, I feel like, and you and I have never talked about this, that there's a story there that people should probably know. At least I'm feeling that.
You know what? How it came about, you know, I keep talking and getting all sidetracked, but let me focus. It came about because I got incarcerated, and when I got out, you know, Steph knew I was kind of, you know, on the right route, and I wasn't trying to get in trouble anymore. And so he was supporting me, giving me money, pretty much saying like, hey, I'll help you. Just don't do nothing stupid. Try and find a job, you know? And I was in that stage of my life where I was like, man, I'm sick of asking this dude every month for this or that. And I was like, and Blaine was like, well, you can ask him for some autographs and sell them to me. And I was like, that don't sound like a bad idea, you know, but I was kind of embarrassed to even ask Steph that, you know. And, we went to a game, and Blaine was like, hey, you should ask him if he'll sign some autos, and I'll buy them from you. And he was like, better yet, you should ask him if he'll give you that game worn. I'll give you $100K for it to start the company. And I was like, the fuck, you know what I mean? And I was like, he's not gonna give me that game worn. And you know, being Steph and being transparent and honest with him, I was like, let me just spell it out to him and tell him exactly what Blaine told me. Like Blaine said, if you give us a game worn, yada yada, that he would give me $100K, set out over $10K a month increment, you know what I mean? So that I could start Canvas. Sure enough, Steph came out with the thing, with the jersey, holding it up proudly. Like, hell yeah, I'm down to support. And that was life changing. I was like, this motherfucker believes, bro. You know, I was like, he believes, dude. And I've been fighting ever since. You know, sometimes you just gotta see somebody believe in you a little bit. I mean,
that's right.
You know? And there I saw he believed in me, and So I just started investing the money into this place, man, in this company, and the assets, in the artwork, and things he could sign. Just kept going.
Tell everybody too. Everything has a meaning. So break down why the name Canvas Marketing.
Well, Trophy Vault ate some tacos.
Okay.
And I guess when that dude has a couple tacos, he gets enlightened, man. I don't know if his dopamine's in his brain, do a little salsa dance or something, and he really gets to thinking. And he sat down, and after Steph gave me that jersey and to start the company, he and I sat down and just started scheming, and he was giving me my intro to the hobby, and he was like, the surface is like the canvas, and this and that, and from the beginning, I was telling about these art cards, and Trophy Vault, he's all legit. He's like, oh, this is not licensed. That's not the way to go. You want to buy these rookies. He was on that for sure. But I was like, oh, that's it. Canvas, turn these cards into mini canvas art, So him kind of mentioning and explaining to me, trying to be really intricate and elegant, using that lingo, I was kind of like, aha, that's it. Canvas Marketing.
Well, now tell everyone too about licensing and your cards and what makes your cards different.
Well, dude, I don't want these guys in my back, man. But it's permission. You want to get, or let me rephrase this. I want to get permission from these athletes because like I grew up with them. I know a lot of these guys, and I'm not finna steal from them, dude. I mean, you go steal from one of these guys, and would you do it in front of their face? Is this how you would act with LeBron? You knew LeBron, you know what I mean? Would you really move like that? Would LeBron want you running his company? If it was, and those are the things you have to think about, and I think you need a little permission, or I need permission to do so, and that's how I'm a rock, and I'm only going to work with athletes that give me the permission. I'm only going to print artwork of athletes that give me the permission to do so, because I want to be a bigger company. I want to grow, and I know what an indictment looks like and get in trouble, and I'm not going to do anything in this realm to mess up. I just came from doing some pirate crap and dirt bagging, and I know what it leads to. All the dope fiends love the dope, man. But there's people watching. There's always people watching, and I don't want anything to come down on me. So I'm just taking it slow, taking it easy, working with Steph as I have his permission, and I'm sure I'll get other athletes full permission, and I want them to work with me. Want them to work with me the way that Steph has worked with me. It's been a joy, man, to work with Steph for the capacity that we have.
That's right. Build a relationship with people that you're doing business with in the future.
Yeah.
I want to ask you as well. Walk through some of the artists that you have had on your cards, and kind of what made their art different and why you wanted to have it, and what maybe Steph thought of their art and why he wanted to have cards made from their pieces.
Well, Lou West, he's always one of my favorites, dude. I don't know if it's just because he's a dope dude or what, but his card is probably my favorite one. None of my cards react as this one does in the light. Look at that.
Yeah,
just crazy. So it's something else he's doing on the back end too to make it refract like that, and I just have mad respect for this dude for being able to pull this off. So I would say Lil West is my favorite artist.
Okay.
And but Mickey Ardell, he rarely misses. That dude, he's an Aussie, and I can call upon Mickey for pretty difficult task, and he'll knock them out. So, Lucky Mong has been a joy to work with too. Done some really cool stuff, and some of them I can't say because it's not done. Oh yeah, Piggy Banks, that's been cool. Oh, and one of my favorite projects, who too, has been with King Costco.
Yeah.
King Costco and Jay Costco and the Burbank Card Show.
Mm-hmm.
I think those 4 artworks from Ken just out of this world.
They did good work.
Yeah, and the Burbank Card Show was out of this world. I've been to a lot of card shows, and that was probably one of my favorite card shows. And the eBay sales from those cards, just bringing that value to people. Steph and I have loved that so much, man. For somebody to have faith in the canvas product, to spend their $300 and buy a card. Now, if you spent your $300 to buy a card, you got your money back for the ticket.
True.
And some people got bigger parallels that fetched even more. So we were really excited to pull that off for you guys, and definitely stay tuned for what's coming next with Canvas Marketing and the Burbank Card Show.
Machado Sports, who is a great supporter of what we do here from a podcast perspective on What's to Play, what we do overall, asked the question, Will, with the growth of women's sports and chase for cars like the Triple Auto USA card from Topps, can we get a custom card with Curry and WNBA players, or maybe Kelsey Plum?
Stay tuned, Machado Sports. I have no idea. I'm kind of just letting Steph lead me on that, and a lot of the times I get a lot of push to try and stir or do something else from Steph, but until he gives me the green light, I'm just going to keep doing Steph.
That's a great question, Machado.
Yeah, great question. Sorry I couldn't give you a definite answer, but we would love to. We'd love to, but just waiting on Steph's approval before I move forward with the next athlete.
Well, what are some future plans for Canvas Marketing? Big picture, at a high level, looking down, that you can share. You want to share with people?
Work with more athletes. Mm-hmm. We want to see what that looks like. We want to see how it can work for everyone, and we also want to do this to help out a charity. Like, we want to keep. I always forget to tell that part. A portion of all proceeds of everything I sell with Steph's autograph goes to benefit Eat, Learn, Play. As of today, we're at $45,000. And in December, we will be who knows what we'll be donating, but I'm hoping to get close to 100, So we've been grinding for the kids of Oakland and trying to do something special here. We want to continue that. So even if it's not Eat, Learn, Play, we want to do something somewhere where we can help others. Yeah.
I want to pull up the website. It's eatlearnplay.org.
Yes.
Go to and know that this organization is doing a lot of work in the Oakland area with Oakland students, and Steph and Aisha are boots on the ground involved there at functions with children, inspiring. So check this website out if you haven't been to it already.
Yeah.
For sure. Will, what can people find you at coming up if they're out and about in the hobby and they want to?
Dude, I the Premier Card Show. I'd be there a lot. I've been burnt out. You know, Burbank was really, really tough on the body, and then as I told you guys about my grandma, I appreciate the ones of you guys that have been praying for my grandma. 97 years old and just fighting like a dog, and she made it out of the hospital.
That's good.
She's in rehab now, and she's not setting up on her own, but she's been setting up and sitting up and eating, and I thank you guys so much for praying for my grandma. I know it's going to happen. I know she will eventually pass, but dude, it hurts to think about. That's the woman that raised me, my nanny and Sonia. Those are the two most important women in my life, and it's hard to hear your nanny say like, "Boy, I don't want to die," and I just ain't ready to go, and dude, I've been dealing with that. That takes a little bit of the dog out of you a little bit,
Yeah.
So I've been trying to get that fight back in me and get back going and just kind of working after flying out to the East Coast and doing all that, so yeah.
What's interesting? I was watching something the other day. Wishing your grandmother all the best.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to our age in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got our babies,
on
one hand, and we're trying to bring them up and raise them and instill values in them and teach them how to fish for life.
Yeah.
And then we have our elders on the other hand that have taught and inspired us and brought us through, and we become caregivers for them at this time of our lives. So it's almost like we're in a period of raising and teaching and supporting at the same time.
Yeah.
For people who haven't entered that phase, that can be a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's if you even going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And my grandma had taken me in. I think I don't know. She would always be like, "I'm 80-some years old, driving down these mountains, taking me to AAU tournaments," and like there was no way I was gonna let my grandma go out without me trying.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew kind of the man I am today that I need to be there and go out there and set up her get her through the hospital stuff, get her set up with rehab, and get her set up with home health. So, I felt like I owed her that. But going out there, I got to bring my dad back here to San Diego with me. So he's been a joy to have around he's been with his grandson, and that's new to me, man. Have my like immediate family around like that, dude, it's been awesome. So I think I've been taking it. It's been good for the soul, man, and I'm getting rested up when I come back. I'm gonna come back, as you can see the sweaters, the Herbsy sweaters are here, man, and they are fire.
They are
fire.
Yeah, show them what it looks like back there.
Grab one.
They are fire, people.
They are fire. All right. Yeah, check these out. Heat Rock. With this show, Boeing Bitterton. Oh, can you guys see that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can see. Yeah. Got that night going.
That night.
Yeah.
With your night. You know what I mean? Come on, guys. Come on.
Nuit.
With the card.
Yes, sir.
Really, it's fire. It's fire.
Very much so.
Hard time keeping it in the screen. But yeah, sweatshirt match the card. Card show special. So next time you see me at a card show, I'll have those. What's up, Big John?
Big John in the house. Big John says, how we doing? We got Machado here saying, thank you, Will, for the feedback. It's all Gucci. We locked in with Canvas Marketing. Can't wait to see what y'all got cooking up. Keep going, my guy.
Thank you, Machado Sports.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I give a shout out to Big John. What's up, brother? Nate up in here. Love the cards and the passion put into them.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you.
Yeah, Machado says that sweatshirt is fire.
Dude, thanks, man. Yeah, Ermsey. Ermsey, that's his forte. And, kind of bringing out the best of people's work is what I've been pretty good at. And I feel like this is some of Ermsey's best, like, T-shirt work. Just the texture of these things.
Yeah.
Wait till you guys
get like quality, man. Looks like shit.
Yeah, just where do you get them? Where do you get them?
Hey, let me ask you a question. This is something that you and I have never talked about.
Yeah.
But I've always thought it. So over the years, why do you think people are really just now starting to appreciate the greatness of Steph Curry? If we go back 3 or 4 years, well, he hadn't won without Durant. Was what people were talking about. Now you fast forward, he's won without Durant. He's helped win a gold medal in the Olympics. He had outrageous shots that he was hitting. Why do you think people now are starting to really wrap their arms around this level of greatness?
It blows my mind, but I've always known it since Charlotte Christian, man. I've known it since the Lamb Looney. Like, dude is great, and he's not done yet.
He's not.
Dude's not done, and he's playing in a league of poo butts. I don't know too many real men walk around the NBA like that anymore. A true sportsman, dog of an athlete, and
Yep.
I just hope you guys keep on talking trash, keep counting him out, keep saying he's not going to win no more chips.
It's over with. It's over with in the game.
Just keep saying all that stuff, and just make sure you say it on a big platform so he can hear it loud and clear. And keep it up, because I've seen what happens. We little private school. We going to these big, huge spots. Man, they supposed to blow us out of water. They got Gani Lawal and all these big names, and we got little old Steph Curry and Omar Carter. I've seen how this plays out. Steph got his Omars, and he got a squad over there, and I think everybody better watch out.
I think everybody knows here who is here on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Well, LeBron James made his announcement in 2010 about where he was going, and I'm taking my accounts to South Beach. Not many people were talking about Steph Curry.
Yeah.
And this is an individual who has come out and proven night after night after night and taking his game. I sit here a lot and I watch film. I watched the game Curry's second year playing against Allen Iverson. Now, at that particular moment, if you would have said who's the greatest point guard on this court, this is where work comes in. And if you look throughout the history of sport, right? Tom Brady came out of nowhere on people. But if you were watching the games, you were watching it in Michigan, you saw some games he was the Tom Brady that you see in the NFL. Some other games he was inconsistent and he was another Tom Brady. He was trying to grow and develop into himself.
Yeah.
There's always been players that have come along that have debunked the narrative of who's great and who's not.
And it could, and if there's anyone that reminds me of Steph or that, it's low-key Brunson.
Yeah. He's a player. A lot of people said he was overweight, and he's not gonna make it.
Yeah. So I'd say the same thing with Brunson. Keep talking trash about the dude, and he's gonna show you. He's gonna show you something. So there will be more greatness to enter the league. You have to be really lucky. The health part of it, and just look at D Rose. D
Rose retired today. Salute to D Rose. That's why I wanted to wear this Bulls cap.
Yeah, man.
D Rose. If anybody's thinking D Rose was not on a particular level and didn't stay there for a long period of time, you're fooling yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking that these young players that we hoop and holler about today will ever be on D Rose's level. You're fooling yourself.
Mm-hmm. D Rose is a dog. Injury will take you out, slow you down. And I think it does more to the mind than it does to the body.
Yeah. Because as an athlete, you no longer trust something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, when I played ball, if we played a pro style offense, I could pull a run. I'm about to blow something up. I'm not thinking about myself or like physical harm.
Mm-hmm.
But now if there's something about me, my shoulder's feeling some pain or something's not right, or I got a tweak in my neck, thinking about it, that changes everything.
Yeah, it sure does.
Nate says some people always come late to the party.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. Well, I think with Steph, that dude, he came late to puberty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And once his nuts dropped, it was over. But yeah, he came late to puberty, and once he kind of grew into a man, and that's why I think he'll be able to play a while. You know, he
takes care of his body, and that jump shot keeps him away from some physical contact.
Yeah, absolutely. So
he's knowing people. He's gonna play for a while.
Yeah, he's gonna play for a while. I believe so. I think he got another chip, if not two, in him, and yeah, I think.
I tell people this all the time. I'm never gonna question greatness.
Yeah.
Never gonna do that. There's a whole lot of other stuff out here I'm gonna be questioning.
If the Warriors get in the playoffs, you can never count them out, and I think that speaks to his greatness right there. You know,
putting that team on his back and getting them somewhere is another line on the resume.
Yeah, yeah.
Machado asked real quick. I know I asked a lot of questions. You can ask what you like, sir.
Yeah,
but I be locked in with my sports, man. That's my passion. So I don't know if y'all seen, but Steph Curry did a video with Nipsey Hussle. Yes, Steph was at a food truck with Nip. Steph was in a vehicle with Nip, and they were having a conversation about some deep subject matter.
Wow,
men in their community and.
Somebody sent me that. I hadn't seen it.
Oh, I'll get it to you.
Yeah.
Can you holler at Steph about a Curry and Nipsey card?
Well, dude, you get into that. You getting that permission. So with the Nipsey Hussle estate's permission and cutting a deal, I would love to. Love to.
I think what I've heard today, and I want people to really know, is that Will Wade has all about the integrity of the business and doing things a particular way, and making sure he's representing his company well, if not himself, his family, his elders. That's what I've heard today, and that's kind of the stuff that I've learned over time myself.
Yep. No, dude, that you tell me, I'm gonna tell Sonya Curry on you. I'm panicking, dog. I don't want to do nothing that anybody could go back and tell Sonya, like, Will done sold me a fake autograph. Will took my money. You know what I mean? Like I think, what would Sonya Curry do? What would Steph Curry do? Well, as I move through life. Yeah.
That's what it's all about. I think the same way. I tell people around here all the time, when you're doing something, you're representing 20 people you may not even know about.
Yeah, absolutely.
But make sure you know about them when you're doing something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Will, I know I want to keep you in a certain time frame here. It's great having you here.
Cool. Shoot away, man. Shoot away.
You good to go?
Yeah, no. You ready to wrap it up? We can wrap it up.
Well, let me ask you another question then.
Yeah.
When you look at today's sports, now we're old enough to have lived through some of the greatest of the greats playing football, basketball, baseball, boxing. No matter, we're talking about Mike Tyson, Vander Holyfield, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. You can just keep naming them. Lawrence Taylor when I was a kid, Barry Sanders, all the way up to Tom Brady. Does sports hit the same to you anymore when you're watching, or does it feel different?
Dude, it does feel a little different. definitely feels a little different. Well, you know what? The NBA right now is fire. NBA is fire, but you're asking as a whole, it does feel a little different. I don't know. The NFL kind of rubbed me wrong with just weird stuff, especially as a minority. Maybe I'm the only one who feels like that, but I've been like this with the NFL. But as of late, I've been watching it. But I remember there was a couple years back, I wouldn't watch it. So yeah, sports definitely hitting a little different. And I found myself watching a little bit more women's basketball.
Oh, so do I.
Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I would have never thought that, So that's cool that the WNBA has caught my attention as like a man.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I'm very proud of those women for pulling off what they've been pulling off with the marketing stuff and going out there and playing hard.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Caitlin Clark versus everybody thing. I feel a little sad for her, but I love it, dude. I love it. The Larry, it's giving us that Larry Bird, Magic Johnson feeling, and almost like that. And this is just real talk, you know what I mean? Like I remember my grandpa when he watched boxing, like always going root for the black fighter, man, and versus the white dude, and it's that same kind of, vote. You're rooting on Angel Reese, you're rooting on Caitlin Clark, and it's cool, man. I love it as long as it's all respectful and the competition aspect of it is just, it's been amazing, dude. Shout out to the WNBA for almost creating a WWE conflict type matter, bringing it into basketball. It's genius, bro. It's genius.
I just wonder if the Indiana Fever get Caitlin Clark, somewhat decent to great player. Now, if she got another great player on that roster and allow her, because I look at her, there are certain players that you look at, and if you're like, let them do what they do. Kevin Durant is one of those players.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he thrives so much for Golden State. Because that was the first and last situation where he's been in where he could do what he does best.
Yeah.
Set Caitlin Clark up where she can do what she does best.
They're going to.
They have to.
Wait. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going
to watch what she does and watch what the people around her do.
Yeah, summer's going to be fun, dude. WNBA is here, and sports is crazy because, like, once those people are gone, it can die with it. And I was here during the Jordan era, and rest in peace to Kobe, and all respects to Kobe. But after Jordan left and it was just Kobe, I wasn't that interested.
A lot of people weren't
anymore,
A lot of people weren't. I even lived in LA when the Lakers were battling the Celtics and stuff. I know people that they were not watching that.
Yeah. Wasn't as interested, and then Steph came around and you could really feel it even from the college. Mm-hmm. And Steph Curry fans aren't in this hobby. They're the smartest ones, and that's who I want to be around, the Steph Curry collectors. Because if you're a Steph Curry collector, then you respect numbers, and if you look at the numbers and the viewership and just the pure fandom that goes along with Steph Curry, then you would definitely be a buyer of his stuff in this hobby. So
one thing that excites me, we know who he is as a player. We know that he does. But what I have liked for years now, probably 10, 11 years, is who he is outside of basketball.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. And when I talk to you and you talk about the stories of integrity going way back before I knew who he was, it doesn't shock me.
Yeah.
Shocked. I think if somebody was to probably talk about some other people that I think highly of, and you went back into that background. That thing started a long time ago. That germ of I'm going to do something in a different way and in a different manner, and not take the easy road. Think about if Steph Curry had in him. I'm just going to take the easy road. He had to overcome so much.
So he would have slipped up somewhere. Like, this is a game, and you're preparing yourself to play this game of life the best you can, and the best way to do it is to have a clean slate and to do what you say you're going to do, and to act the way that your ancestors and your family and everyone expects you to act, as we all carry a last name,
mm-hmm.
you know, and you know, we shouldn't want to disappoint people. You know, I think we've lost sense of caring what our parents think or grandparents think and stuff like that. And maybe that's why we're into this weird sexy red culture, you know, because that might be a CIA plant, but yeah, it's just weird stuff, man. We got to get back to being wholesome people again, and helping one another out, being there for our brothers, and being our brother's keeper, and caring about, does my brother eat tonight, or do he have somewhere to lay his head? Just little stuff like that. That's the main things of life, is caring about our neighbor and being there for one another. It's a community. It's a community thing.
Mm-hmm.
We get too worried and wrapped up about like politics, and that's like a huge scale. And to me, like, it's all just a trap. We focus on our community and our household, and not like Democrat or Republican or this or that. I think we'll all be better for it.
You can't disrespect that, because I remember, like you talked about, being a child, and it was a community approach.
Yeah.
You know, if you went to church with my grandmother and you were wild and acting out, and somebody in the next pew turned around, or the pew in front,
yeah,
around and said something to you,
yeah,
it was like your grandmother or somebody said something to you. If she didn't get a chance to see it, or she stepped away, or whatever it could be. And I think the more we have that, you know, young people thrive in situations like that. There are some things that are proven that when young people see that or are around that, they thrive at it.
Yeah.
Bring something else out of them.
Yeah. Sure enough, yeah.
Machado said that the Chicago Sky just fired Teresa Weatherspoon. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if there are some other coaches in the WNBA that's going to make it in the next week. We'll see.
Well, I definitely saw the Sky lose some games. I was like, damn, they shouldn't be losing like that. With, you know, but yeah, it's a dog eat dog world.
Now you got to think Teresa Weatherspoon was a heck of a player.
Oh yeah, I think she played for the Sting. Oh man, those were some cool days for us as kids growing up in Charlotte. Like, we couldn't go to many NBA games because of school.
Mm-hmm.
But during the summer, we would be courtside at the Charlotte Sting games, bro. And I remember on the way over, Dell would just be telling us, like, watch the form, watch the technique, you know, watch how they play textbook basketball. It's not about the dunks and the flair, you know. So we would really go there and be studying these women. It was amazing. Amazing.
I know. I watched the clip one time with Seth. It's talking about how Dale took Steph Curry in the backyard and forced him to change his jump shot.
Oh yeah, dude, that Steph was crying, man. He that was a tough time for him. And you know, as dad, Dale kind of sat him down and told him, like, bro, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it shooting from right here. You know, he's a little dude.
His thought was he was too short.
Too short, and would shoot from his hip. Weird shot, but it was wet. You know what I mean? It's wet. And he was like, I'm sorry, son, it's levels to this. And if you want to do it, y'all got to quit playing on the short goal. He's like, don't let me see you lower the goal. You know what I mean? He's like, if you commit and say you want to do this, then there's going to be some rules.
Yeah.
You know, like you're not going to be lowering the goal no more. You're going to stand. You're going to warm up right in front of the basket and make this many shots, you know, right here, like right here. No, don't hit the rim. Straight up, bop, you know, straight down and back up and continue to do the same thing. And I remember nights, you know, me and Seth are inside, just got out the shower, and now we're playing a little bit of video game, watching some TV. Steph is outside, like just shooting. Morning time, we have 5:30 a.m. devotions because it was long ride for Sonya to go to school and for us to go to school. Charlotte traffic, you know, so we get up 5:30 a.m. devotions. This dude would be up before that, shooting. It's dark outside. Well, like I'm upset. Like, dude, dribbling the ball, like 4:45. You know, but you know, him thinking that him trusting Dale enough to know that when Dale told him, bro, you're not gonna make it to college, much yet the NBA, if you don't change this, you know, and him not having the physical strength to do what Dale wanted him to do, I think he's kind of like, dang. And I remember you know, and I had that physical strength. So I was like, man, I can get you there in no time. And I had him in the weight room. We was lifting weights. I used to lift in the morning and after school. You know, I was a meathead, strong dude, man. And took him in there and had him lifting. And he had a game that night. And this dude couldn't shoot for nothing, bro. He couldn't shoot. And yeah, you know, just that little journey of him trying to get the upper body strength to, you know, to shoot that ball was amazing. But he didn't give up. He didn't quit on it.
Yeah, I have watched a lot of basketball. I've watched a lot of guys 6'1", 6'2", and under. I just, you know, I'm not the only person. Just haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, dude, playing in North Carolina, that's different basketball. Being out here in Cali and coaching and being around ballers out here, like, it really ain't no comparison. All respect to California, but they don't ball like they ball in Carolina. It's a little different.
I even feel like it's a difference when you come from Chicago.
Yeah, I bet.
Rose, Ben Wilson, and we can name a bunch of people over time.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different than what I see out here. And I've been to some high school football games.
Yeah.
Teams that are in the playoffs.
That's Charlotte, Greensboro, like triad area when it comes to basketball, private school basketball, second to none. And just imagine little old Steph, like, and these teams are like OJ Mayo and like just, you know, big guys, you know, Malfa Wilson playing teams from there, like Oak Hill, and you know, like these are big time schools. Even like where Dwight, Southwest Atlanta Christian and schools like that, you know, like you're playing against teams that are historically big. And textbook basketball would always win us the games, for sure. Textbook basketball.
Machado asked a question. Any advice for someone trying to turn their sports car passion into a brand or just trying to get your foot in the door within the hobby?
Dude, my advice would be careful what you wish for. And you know, if you want to turn into a brand, know that you so easily can with just a brick after a brick after a brick and taking step by step. Let me give you some real advice. One thing I would do, I like, you've heard me talk about Trophy Vault a lot, and Ben Berry and Zebron James and FD. Find someone that's been here and kind of get behind them and work with them and collaborate and you know, just collaborations. That's the main thing. Work with people and make moves, and don't be scared. You're going to fail. You're going to lose. Boy, are you going to lose. You're going to take L's, but once you kind of figure out, like, ooh, I do good on Whatnot. Ooh, I do good on Shopify. Ooh, I do good with invoices on QuickBooks, on Instagram. You know, figure out your niche and where you can get your money and get money. Go get it. Just go get it, man. And thank you, Machado Sports, for being so interactive with us today, man.
That's Machado, man. That's Machado. He comes with it all the time.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's a pleasure. Yeah. Well, Will, I have appreciated thoroughly having you here, sir.
Yeah, it's been a blast, dude. It's been a blast.
I look forward to this all day.
Yeah. And I look forward to seeing you at Burbank the next time we do this. Just dude, amazing, the team we had there. And I call it the announcement. The announcement that you made, you know, everything was kind of doom and gloom, and we weren't selling too much.
All you gotta do is say, everybody out there, just when you're in a situation and you're looking around. So I work in retail, and I'm always looking around at something and asking myself, what could be better here? What could change the game here?
Yeah.
If you keep doing that, if you keep thinking like that, you'll stumble across something.
Yeah.
Just
and you just did it. You know, I think we should tell the story real quick. We were at Burbank and not selling too many packs, not too many people coming over to the table. There was some setup mistakes that were made, you know, where I wasn't in particularly the right spot. And so I wasn't getting that much foot traffic. And FD was like, I can get you some foot traffic, you know, like we just got ask Jay if we can get on the mic and ask Jay. Jay was like, hell yeah. Like, let's get on the mic.
All about it.
Let FD get on the mic and you guys hear how FD talks. FD said a line or two about the packs being over at the booth. And hopefully you guys can see these pictures of how everyone responded to the announcement and, you know, the cards. Is just, I can't wait to do it again. It was so
it was an exciting feeling. It was exciting to drum up traffic. It's exciting to have people come over and be enthused. It's exciting to see people pull out their money and want to be a part of something. And Will, let's not forget, I'm gonna give Will some kudos. So we talk about these packs. Will has his data sheets right there. I have these cards. These cards have been pulled. These cards are available. This is estimated value of these cards.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute. That is very important to me.
Yes.
That's very important to me, is being transparent about what's in the pack. And if we're going to play a mystery bag game or something like that, every card that is in those packs will always be listed. And we will always have the checklist, and we will always check it off as we go. And you will open your card right there so that we can do so. And that's part of the rules. And that's how we want to roll with this. We want God to select the winner. You know, no strings attached. If this is how it was supposed to go, this is how it's supposed to go down. And last story before we go, at the Burbank Card Show, there was a dude came up in his little jazzy scooter. Visibly, he had a disability, and he he had about $120. I think the packs were 200. He said, I don't have enough, but I'm gonna go try and sell a couple cards, and I'm gonna come back and get one of these packs. He went off, made his deal, came back, 200 cash. He got his pack, and he was like, "Hey," I was like, "Hey, you want me to get the pack for you? Which one?" You know. And he was like, "I may not look like I can stand, but I can stand."
I remember this.
And he stood up, and I lifted the glass up where he could reach in there, and you could see the arthritis in his fingers. He didn't hesitate. He reached in there and he grabbed the pack, and he ripped the pack, and it's like $4,500 auto fingerprint. And
Boom.
he was like, "Dude, this changed my life." And that's the type of things I want to see happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want all the breakers having this stuff. I don't want to know who has it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to randomize it, and whoever gets it, that's who gets it.
But this goes back to you talking about the integrity at the beginning of this conversation.
Yeah.
And how you want to run your business, and how you want to conduct business when you're standing in front of people, and how you want to conduct business when there's only you in the room.
Mm-hmm. Doggone right, man. Let karma select the winner, man. Let God choose the winner, and let's take the people out of this stuff and kind of let the spirits play their part, and you know, let luck take its course.
Mm-hmm.
And let's stop cheating. Let's stop scamming. You know, let's just be straight.
That's what it's all about. Well, Chalo says, fun fact, just like Curry, I'm a psychology major too. A sociology major, excuse me. I like to understand society and be involved with communities. Mm-hmm. Love Curry on the court, but love him more for what he does off the court. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. He knew that he was a sociology major.
Yeah, man. People out here putting that research in, bro.
Yeah. Heck yeah, dude. Well, hey, I appreciate all you guys for being here, and you ain't even gotta cue me up. I'm rolling with FD, and
thank you, bro.
We will see you guys at a car show near you with G and FD, and
right.
be sure to check out my little YouTube too. You'll see FD over there as well, and we look forward to seeing all you guys at Machado Sports. Make sure you send me a DM. I want to stay in contact with you. I've had a freaking blast on here with you guys today.
Oh, man, it's been a blessing having you here, bro.
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate it. This is why we started the channel, to showcase real folks doing real things.
Yeah, no doubt.
Will, I appreciate you, my man.
No doubt, dude. I'll holler at you, FD.
Yes, sir. I'll be in contact.
Peace out, brother.
Peace out.
Bye-bye. Yeah.